And as you can see, I'm going to turn this around. Let's see, where do you turn it around? Right there. There. So you can see that it's a very safe place to live where we are. There's no crime. So 4 o'clock in the morning, you go for your morning walk. I go early because it's a little cooler and because there's no traffic and we know a lot of people. Good morning. Another nice day, huh? And even at 4 o'clock in the morning, there are a few people out, and we know them because we walk a lot. So and you can see it's not dark like people. Oh, I'm in the jungle. I've never even seen the jungle in 5 years, so I don't know what that's all about. But like I said, we go for our walks. Me and my dog, Panda, and it's a Belgian Malinois. And we got her when she was little and she was out of control. Now she's a joy to walk with. We've had her for 4 months. And these are the smartest, courageous dogs. They don't attack, but there's a few that come out and want to sniff around and bark. And she's right on it. So I walk about 3 miles a day. And I leave at 3:30 in the morning. And it takes me a few hours because I'm not in a hurry. I haven't walked for almost 2 months because I got sick 2 months ago. And even though I got over it in a month or so, I really wasn't doing all that great. Health-wise, I was ran out of energy really quick, sleeping a lot. I'm 67. It definitely takes a lot out of you when you're sick. And anyway, so I thought I would do a 10 or 15-minute video on just a morning walk in the dark in the Philippines to show people that this is a safe place to live. The dollar right now is about 54 to 1. And it goes a long ways. The dollar goes a long ways compared to the U.S. And, for those of you who listen to me once in a while, know that we have most of the same in the U.S. We have McDonald's and Burger King and Ace Hardware and Kentucky Fried Chicken and what else? Ace Hardware, Costco, Dunkin' Donuts. I thought that was kind of an odd thing because we don't have too many of those in the U.S. Payless shoes. We have Payless shoes in the malls here still. I think they're pretty much gone in the U.S. now. But, and people ask me, well, what's the jungle like? It's really funny because I've never seen the jungle. You hear the dogs, but they're all behind fences. Safe. And they're just guard dogs. Even if you let them out, they probably, I think 99% chance that they're safe. Come on, Panda. Max. What are you doing, silly? What are you doing, huh? There he is. She is. She's going on 6 months, I think. He's 6 months old now? I think so. She's a really good girl. I tell everybody I know that these are definitely the best dogs. They take a lot of time. You can't leave them without people. They like their people. We think we own the dogs, but believe me, you own one of these dogs own the people. She's my dog. She sleeps next to the bed where she could see me. She's right next to me. So I tell people that if you have the time, these are good dogs. Now, if you leave her in the house for all day, all night, without anybody there, she'll do something stupid like tear up a broom. She's done that, or she's never tore anything up in our house other than a crappy broom and a stuffed animal, and the stuffed animal's hers. A little van going by. It's her stuffed animal. It's her toy. Now she's a little rough on my cats. She picks my kitten. We have 3 cats, and she picks the cats up by their head and carries them around. Usually she's harmless. She doesn't hurt them. The cats don't mind her. The cats don't run away from her or anything. But we have one deaf cat, and we think the cat's going blind as well. And she's young. She's just genetically defected. And I don't know. Panda's a little rougher on her. So I have to kind of be careful with the animals. And you're not supposed to have little cats or kittens or small dogs when you have Belgians, because Belgians they're temperamental. I haven't seen it with this one. Panda's always mellow, but I guess that they can just lose it all at once. You know, their energy level goes from 0 to 360 in 0.5 seconds. And when they get energetic is when they can get aggressive. So we don't let her do that. You know, she plays with me, she gets aggressive. But I'm her person, so she knows not to hurt me. And she doesn't, you know, you can take her food away from her, stick her face in her bowl. She'll take cookies out of my mouth. She's very gentle. So anyway, you can kind of see there's people here and there in the city walking around. We live in a place called Pagoya, which is about 3 hours from Manila on Luzon, the island. Our closest major city, I guess, would be Urdaneta. And the next smaller city would be Pozo Robio. And you see, here's an aggressive dog, as you see, on the light. That's about it. They're not aggressive, just barking. Panda don't care. Panda's meaner and faster and tougher than all these little dogs down here. And she knows, she's well aware. When I first got her, we would take walks. And the dogs, she's little. She's only 5 weeks old. And the bigger dogs would come up behind her and she would run to get in front of me, afraid. And I walked her through that. And then the next step was, when they came up behind her, she was a little bigger, she'd just turn around and look at them. And then the next step was, she'd turn around, look at them, and take 3 steps towards them. Now they come even close, and she's growling and wants to tear their heads off, protecting me. Nothing gets close. So there's a dog, well, you can't see, but there's a dog over there in the dark, and you can see what Panda's doing. She watches the dogs to make sure that I'm safe. Okay, so here's a dog coming in front of us, and you can watch what Panda does. The dog's over there now. And here comes a tricycle or something up behind us. I'm gonna get out of the street. Hey. So I've taught Panda, when the cars come by, she sits. What? You see there's a car coming, and Panda's sitting, because she actually likes to chase the motorcycles, which she probably, and it's hard to get her out of it, because they're herding dogs. And I think that in their brain, she's thinking that a motorcycle is something that she needs to stop from running by. So this is the barangay office. The barangay is like the, I don't know what you would call it, the president of the association in the neighborhood. Maybe that's what that would be. So if you were in a neighborhood that had a locked gate and it had an association, that's them. But it's a little different here, because if you get an argument with your neighbor, you go to them. If your neighbor swears at you, because that's illegal, you go to them. If the dogs run loose and chase you and you're afraid of them, you go to them. Anything that happens here, they're the first line of government. And if you're not satisfied there, then you go to the next one, which would be, I don't know, it could be the sanitation department, the nurse's office, the police department, the mayor. Now we know the police chief, so it's really, it's a nice thing. And actually, that reminds me, I need to go invite him to the house. So that's the T-Plex up there, and the T-Plex is Well, it's a highway. It's 2 lanes each way. A minimum speed is 60. And that's it going the direction you just saw. That goes to Manila. And the other direction goes to Baguio, which is, okay, so Baguio is not a big city, but a big city. Manila is a big city. Manila is like Los Angeles. Probably is more people in Manila than in LA. More like Baguio would be more like, I want to say more like San Francisco. So it's still big, but it's not as big. So we walked about an hour so far, and this is my first day back, and I'm dragging down a little bit now. I'm starting to notice that I'm getting a little out of breath, not a lot, but a little, and I'm starting to sweat. It's hot, but I'm sweating more than the temperature. So I can tell you that this is my first walk. Usually we do 3 hours. Today I've done about an hour. I'll be about an hour and a half or 2 hours by the time I get back. Probably an hour and a half. Hey, what are you doing? That was not good. So she just jumped at the tricycle, who got too close to us anyway, so he deserved it. Hate to say it, but tricycles are motorcycles with sidecars. You guy making hollow blocks over here in the morning. Good morning. Back to work after the holiday, huh? We just had Holy Week just ended, and it is a big deal here. Catholic holidays for Easter, I guess. I don't. I'm definitely not into it. So it's a friend of ours. They're in Canada right now. Be back in a few months. They're doing some building on their house where they're gone. And actually, it's my brother-in-law that's in charge of the building. And they're building a 2 or 3 story building with 1 bedroom, like a little apartment. And I gotta jump on Panda here. And hey, what are you gonna do?